Doug and Modesto, it's so good to have you back on the show.
Thank you for having us.
No problem, no problem. So the Broward County law requires us to have our pets registered and have a registered tag, also having their rabies vaccinations up to date. And you guys have really made the shift into a lifetime tag. So tell me about why you decided to do this and how this solves problems for us pet owners out there.
Well, we did it to make it easier for both the pet owner and for the department. So you get one tag number when you register in 2025, and that tag number and that tag, physical tag, will stay with that pet for the lifetime of the pet. And then every year after that, when you renew your vaccine for your rabies shot, you just renew the certificate that goes with that tag, and it minimizes the chances of having to lose the tag or have wrong tags on the wrong pets, that kind of thing. So it just makes it easier for both the pet owner and for the department.
Now, Modesto, he said renewing is still required. Walk me through that process and why it's important for us to keep our information up to date every single year.
So the renewal process is fairly easy. It can be done at the pet owner's vet's office if they're an approved reseller, or it can be done in-house at Broward Animal Care, either in person, online, or by mail. It does require an up-to-date or current rabies vaccination before that renewal can be purchased. And the reason why it's so important to keep this information up to date, it helps us in case your pet is ever missing. We have information to track you down and get that pet back home safely. And it also helps us with tracking vaccination compliance for public health and safety.
Awesome. I have a pet at home. Ace is his name. He's 5, and I love him. But there are days where I fear Ace may just break out and say, I'm free. And I think that's a huge worry and challenge, is the safety of our pets. You know, that's something that we worry about as owners, but this kind of helps us with that. Tell me more.
Yeah, it does. If your pet is licensed properly and wearing their tag, if that pet gets picked up and comes into our agency, we're going to look up that tag number and call you at the contact information we have on file to try to get Ace back home immediately. If one of your neighbors finds Ace, they can call us. We can get that contact information and still contact you and hopefully get Ace home even quicker. He happens to still be in the neighborhood right down the street. So it just makes it safer and quicker for the animals to get home, and it makes the family feel better.
Yes, ease that tension and that worry. Hopefully he never runs off, but we'll just hope for the best with him. Now, Modesto, you know, for listeners right now, they may think this is just another check mark off of our box, more things for us to do. Why should they think otherwise?
Well, again, the importance to keeping this information up to date could be closely tied to the safety of your animal. It's important for us to take that approach when thinking about our animals. You know, they are family members, and we want to treat them as such as much as possible. But we also talk about the importance of renewing or registering your animal. We try and treat it the same way as we would our vehicles. We want to make sure that information's up to date yearly to avoid any fines, citations, and making sure that everything remains up to date and as accurate as possible.
And so what do we need to do in order to get our pets registered?
So anyone looking to register their pet should schedule an annual vaccination appointment, either with their vet or through us, through our in-house pet care clinic. We also host monthly vaccine clinics throughout Broward County, so they should check in with us and see about scheduling one of those appointments. Once they have that information up to date, they can then proceed with purchasing registration either through an approved reseller or directly through Broward Animal Care.
And Doug, right now the shelter is at capacity. So how can we help impact operations? How can we, you know, alleviate that?
The public can help us in a great many ways. We have opportunities for dog and cat adoptions, and right now the adoptions are free because we need these animals to go home and we are over capacity. You can also come in and volunteer if you can't adopt and you want to foster short term, or come and do what we call Broward Buddies, where you can take a dog out just for the afternoon on a walk to the park. Just kind of get them out and get them socialized with different people other than the shelter employees. That helps them be ready for adoption once the time comes.
That's awesome. Where can we go to get more information on that, or even just to get our pets registered?
For registration, you can go to pettags.broward.org. And for pet adoptions, you can go to petadoptions.broward.org.
I love what you guys are doing. I think that we do not deserve pets, and they are just so amazing, and they help really change our lives. So thank you for what you're doing, and thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.